Hello, everyone. My name is David Hotler. I'm the community manager at CAMI, and I am so excited to welcome you to our virtual ISTE booth. Today, I have joining me Amanda Hunt. Amanda Hunt is a library media specialist at Comal Independent School District in New Braunfels, Texas. And Amanda is here to show us how she safely teaches students to use AI by embedding it into tried and true lessons. Amanda, welcome to our virtual booth. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right, the stage is yours, Amanda. Take us away.
All right. Hey, everybody. So as we head into our session together today, I just wanted to briefly let you guys know when we're talking about AI, we're talking about artificial intelligence, your students are using it, whether you think they are or not. They're using it for homework, they're using it for fun, they're uploading their pictures, and it's not always safe, right? Just like when the internet came out and then social media, we had to train our students how to use it in a safe and responsible way. That's where your library media specialist can come into play. Digital citizenship, online safety, that's our jam. So I love so much that Cami and Book Creator allow us to use it in a safe and responsible way. So you'll notice that if you get into Book Creator and you have a new book, you have some options on the side. So this is called Read It, Question It, and Make It. So one of the lessons that I've done in my previous middle school library is I had students use Book Creator to generate some images using AI, and then they had to question it. They had to evaluate that AI output critically. Is it accurate? What is it missing? What did it get wrong? And then they have to actually annotate and fact check against real sources. I love the partnership between Adobe Express and Book Creator because Adobe Express is only using its own generated images that it owns in house. It is not using OpenAI. And that way, our students are not searching things that are one, inappropriate, or two, stealing from creators without giving attribution or compensation. We do not want them to start using AI in that way. We also want them to be safe, right? So it has guardrails in place to keep our kids only searching appropriate things, right? And so then what they do is after they use their AI output, and a lot of times crazy, silly, funny things come up, especially because students aren't really ready to learn how to write prompts in AI. That's not something that we learned in school. We're having to teach them how to do that correctly. Is that after they create their first one, then we work on their prompt and we say what is missing, what could we have added, how more descriptive can we be to find what it is exactly that you're looking for. And so they have to have the two, where they started and where they ended, compared side by side. And then they have to kind of explain what AI got wrong and then eventually what it got right and the differences between the two. So in a blank Book Creator document, I'm so sorry I don't have actual examples because I just switched districts this school year. And so all of my previous work is under my old account. But what I do is I have them open up like a blank book in Book Creator. And then I have them go to apps right here. You'll see the partnerships that Book Creator has included and embedded into their platform. And obviously, right up here where it says AI image generator, that's where I'm going to enable that app. Okay. I'm going to put it in a new library so that students can have access to it. And then once I have it, it's going to open Adobe Express within Book Creator. And I'm going to sign in. I'm actually going to use like my personal email so that you guys can see what it looks like, because my school email for my new district hasn't been turned on yet. But whenever you are in, this is what it's going to show you first. Describe what you would like to see. So this is where students are going to be learning prompt writing, and I actually don't give them any direction because I want them to kind of be authentic and I want them to actually try. And so a lot of times they'll type blue dog or something very basic, very generic, and they expect what they see in their head to show up on the screen. And it's really fun when they hit generate and they don't see what it is that they wanted to see, that was they were imagining, right? And that's where the teaching moment, that's where the lesson can really get into it, right? So you'd have to describe to them, okay, so I was thinking more of like a sad blue dog, sitting in a classroom having to hear a lesson, right? And so that's when I can actually have those conversations with kids and be like, okay, what did you imagine this blue dog was doing, right? What kind of style did you want this blue dog in? It automatically goes to art. Okay. And then you can upload style and composition reference images to have it really try to model it the most, right? So once, let's say that this is the one they're going to pick, they're going to add it to the book. This is where they can, resize it, make it bigger, that kind of thing. And then what I do is I'll have them do another page. And this is where they're going to now go back to the AI image generator and they're going to really, really delve into what they wanted to see. A sad cerulean. That's not how you spell it, but I love that you can autocorrect. Blue Labrador. Is that not how you spell Labrador? Okay. Let's do Cocker Spaniel sitting in a classroom listening to a teacher give a boring lesson example, right? And so then obviously you can see that now we have our subject, we have some descriptive words in there. Students can actually really describe what it is they want that character to be doing, right? And now we have something a little bit more specific, right? And so this is the one I want to add to the book. So now I have my 2 images, and this is where students can then have that verbal feedback. They could also record themselves on audio. A lot of times, my students, we had a podcast. And so if they were doing like a book talk or something like that, and they were actually, I had a student do one on AI generation and what that looks like in a safe way, they could then embed that MP3 or they could embed like the link to their podcast. I love that there is that piece for student feedback, right? So that's where students can actually like explain how they started and where they went and where they ended up, right? So it's about that reflection part at the end that makes it so important, because AI literacy is information literacy, right? That is our lane as librarians. And so this framework can work though in any content area, right? If you're doing a science lesson, social studies, ELA, anywhere students can research, the published book creator page becomes a portfolio artifact that proves their thinking and not just the answer. A lot of times now, when teachers are grading generative AI, they want to see the prompt. They want to see, what did you write to get here? And that's the part of the grade. It's also important that they know that this is writing now. This is a lot of what our teachers are going to be looking for when they are having students show their work when it comes to generative AI. They want to see, what did you write to make this image come to life? And then what did you learn throughout that process, right? So I really, really appreciate that Book Creator allows our students to have this experience in a safe environment where they can make mistakes and they can learn from those mistakes, because that just shows like learning in process. And I can show it to parents, and parents, their minds are blown when they see all of this generative AI. But I think it's important to know that our kids are doing it in a safe, controlled environment, and not using open AI and out in the internet, sharing images of themselves and like being unsafe with it, right? So like with anything, our kids are using it. We need to teach them how to use it in the right way. So you can easily share your book. You can download it. You can print it. A lot of times I love that it has this info on, have that as a choice, because then you can just be incredibly transparent with where Adobe got the images. We're not hiding anything. We're not pulling anything from the internet. And then you can have it and share it out in the world. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll create a quick website with all of my students' books on there. It makes it easy. You can also get a link to the library of what you have in and share it that way. And all the books can be available to parents. It's great to share with parents, stakeholders. I'm always sharing things with my principal that we do in the library so that she could share it with parents. So it's just a great way for our students to take their learning outside of the four walls of their campus and to just be able to share their learning and their progress. And I love that Book Creator allows us to do that.
Well, we love you, Amanda. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the way that you've built in this idea of AI literacy right into literacy, right?
Right.
That you said it so perfectly. The way that we're interacting with these things isn't anything new. It's just what they're producing. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much, Amanda, for taking the time to share with us on our virtual ISTE booth. And if anyone would like to get more information, head down to the website below and check out that full virtual experience that we have for you at ISTE this year. All right. Thanks again, Amanda.
Thank you.